Okay, guys, I'm gonna give a tutorial. I don't know. Could that be the right thing on my dirty towel? That's just from today and what's been going on. I've opened. We've all gone through lots and lots of coins, and I've opened. I can't even venture a guess. Um, when you've been coin collecting for many years, and you know which dates you really want to look for, specifically dates with varieties and errors. And of course, when you see a wheat penny, you throw it out. When I'm searching pennies, I know what years I'm looking for, and I know what I really want to keep out, what's valuable, what's collectible, and then what I myself uh, what appeals to me that I want to keep. And I make these little piles. I know they're not always in the same place every time I go through coins, but right now I've already gone through I don't know, maybe I think 7 rolls out of this new box. I'm throwing 2009s. You can almost see where I'm at over here at the end. And this one is, well, this is just a beautiful 1972. Uh, Excuse the camera. There we go. I have it out of focus so it will see this without any lag of focusability because it seems the Logitech seems to jump around. I don't know why this 81 is here. Is it a, yes it is, it's a Woody. Um, then I've got some gem coins. Anything between, it's like in the 60s or 70s. I'll pull them out. I throw wheats here. What do I have here? I've got 72s to look at for double dies. There's probably a 95 in there too, I think. I'll throw my potential double dies, varieties, errors in a pile over here. Over here, I've got 82 small dates because I pull all the small dates out, copper and zinc, and make rolls of them. And then over here in the corner on the other side of the mic, I found my first King George in this box in the second roll, 1947. I throw all the Canadians there, and I am pulling all the Canadians out. For myself, no, but just because. Now, pennies are the only roll that I can't take my thumbnail and just rip open like this. I did that one, but it's rare. Uh, Nickels and halves and everything else, I can do it without a problem because I don't like messing around with this paper. And I lay the roll out as such. Nice line. And I'll take usually between 10 and 12 or 13 coins and I lay them out like this. I had a skip. I usually don't do that. And I'll go through them with my regular reading glasses on, and with it's a 10 and 20 power magnifier. It's got the light, which I never use. It's got a double lens on it. And when I do this, I can zoom through coins because I do go through anywhere between 10 and 20,000 coins a week. And I'll go through and I know what dates I'm looking for. Of course, I have the risk of running past a die error that's not known, or I might a lamination error or anything like that. I might just pass it up because I'm looking specifically for dated coins, what dates that have known errors and varieties, and that's what I pull out, and therefore I can get through these coins rather quickly. And as you see, as I'm going along, as I flip them, I'll pull the dates that I can see after I flip a couple of coins and then go back to them. Therefore, I'm not ever spending a lot of time in any one place. And, I've had a few people say, I really like the way you do that. And I've done it like this since 1966, and I don't miss too awful much. I don't miss anything, I don't believe, of any of the coins that I know I need to scrutinize. Canadian, over there it goes. Oh, I thought it was a wheat. Sure had the toning of a wheat, but it didn't. It wasn't a wheat. See, I flipped that one and pulled that one up because I saw the date. There's two there. I see this is a 1991. The one's kind of light, but the coin is kind of nasty, so away it goes. And that's basically how I do all of my coins. Now, when it comes to halves, I tend to go a little bit slower, even though the coins are a lot bigger and you can see the detail and everything about the coin a lot easier because the coins are bigger. What did I throw out there? Oh, I didn't. I just left it there. Um, I still scrutinize a little more on the halves. I don't want to miss anything on them. You know, like here's a kind of a wide. Not going to see it on this camera. I'm sorry, guys. Kind of a wide edge, a little bit thicker of a rim, but I'm not going to keep it because the coin doesn't have any quality to it. It's very dirty, and I'm not going to hold it out because it doesn't. You know, I try to stick with coins that are really in good shape. Now, of course, the 98, 99, and 2000s with these glasses on, I can see immediately if it's a wide AM. I can see immediately if it's a close AM on a 92. I don't have to spend that much time. There's a, nah, it's not good enough. I don't even bother looking at the, I stopped looking at the Shield pennies. Whoops, I almost threw that one away. It's a 2009, in nice shape. If it's in good shape, you know, it doesn't have any bad discoloration to it. It doesn't have any marks of any kind, then I'll keep it. If it's bad, I don't keep them. Even though the mintage on those coins was low, I don't really know how our coins are going to be looked at 40 years down the road for my grandkids because we don't know where this country's going to be in 40 years, whether we're even going to have coins. That's a beautiful 2000. I'd like it to be a wide AM, but it is not. I've only found one of those things out of, well, I've gone through a million coins, over a million coins since April. And you see how fast I do it. 98, close AM. And it's a good way. You know, I notice everybody's got their own style, their own way of going through coins. And if they're doing it, if you're going through pennies, let's say, particularly for wheats and maybe uh, double dies and such like on the 70, the 72, the 95, any of the double dies. There's so many. I mean, every year's got something. They find something new because we're all using scopes now. So the slightest little imperfection anymore seems to be an error on a coin, and they all have errors. Um, when I see somebody doing this, it drives my, it makes the hair on my neck stand up. Well, there's a 1945D. It makes the hair on my neck stand up because you're gonna miss something. You know, I watch guys do this and get through a roll in less than 30 seconds, 35, 45 seconds. You know what? You're missing something when you do this because you're looking rapidly. There's a 92 I didn't see because it was the part of it was covered. It's a wide AM anyhow, but you're kind of looking like, okay, here's something here. No, that's nothing. And you go over here and then you go. It doesn't work that way, guys. Really, just try it. I'm not even going to look at that roll because it's in a mess like that. I can't even, either I straighten them up or I throw them away. So I'm going to throw them away. Just try it a couple of times. See what you think. It's always worked for me. I've pulled an awful lot of really, really nice coins over the years out of circulation. Um, Walt Butters, the gentleman that first taught me how to collect, and he collected all of his life, and I met him when he had just retired. He was a friend of the family, and he taught me an awful lot of wisdom about coins, what to collect, how to collect it, how to find it, and everything else. And back then, of course, we were finding the real McCoys and still in circulation. Starting in '66, there was a ton of war nickels still in circulation. Uh, Probably every fifth penny was a wheat. Every sixth, seventh penny was a wheat. We got there's a Canadian, but it's all chewed up. It goes back to the bank. We got tons of. Walt had he got smart when '59 hit. He had the insight of pulling every weed out that he could find. And he, when he retired especially, he was going through coins the way I'm going through coins today. And he had the insight of pulling every weed out. And he had so many weeds. I mean, his son stored a lot of his wheats for him, and they were stored in 55-gallon drums, and I couldn't even tell you how many that he had. A barn full, and they were lined so they couldn't corrode easily. Um, he just has so many coins. His house was his son had uh, reconstructed his basement so it could hold up the amount of coin that he had in his home. He's just a remarkable man. He's a very missed man. But he taught me a ton in ways of searching for coin, what to look for. And one thing he always taught me, even though he had hundreds of thousands of coins in his collection, and I'm not just talking in wheats either. I mean, he had gem BU coins all the way back from the early 1800s and such. He put an awful lot of his own money. He worked a lot of overtime to buy coins as he was growing up and over the years. But the one thing that Walt taught me, and that really will ring true with any serious seasoned collector, is quantity or quality. Geez, I almost said it backwards. Quality over quantity, guys. See how quick those two pennies fell, and I still caught them both. Quality over quantity. It's great to have a lot of coins, and it's fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you get always watch eBay. Always watch the different sites that sell coins online. Watch for those great deals. They're out there. I'll tell you something I missed the other day. It's not a great thing that I lost, but I started collecting these copper rounds because I think they're interesting, and they're a little cheaper than silver rounds, of course. And some people like them, and they're good for giveaways on my channel and things like that. But I had 4 or 5 lots I was watching, and they were all in lots of 100 copper rounds, the same copper round, but there's a 72. Um, most of them they were going pretty cheap too, because they normally sell them like $2 a piece, I guess, $2 or $3 depending. And there were several lots I was watching with 100 coins per lot. And I didn't get back to the house. I heard my phone didn't giving me eBay notices that I better look, and I didn't look. I figured I'd be back to the house in time. There was one lot that I missed of 100 coins by the same company who had about 10 lots out there of 100 coins. Nobody bid on it, and their starting bid was a penny. They had no reserves on any of these lots. And I would have felt bad if I bid a penny and won. I would have sent him more money. I would have sent him an email saying, you know what, this is nuts. You tell me a fair price, and I'll negotiate with you or whatever. But I'm not gonna buy the damn things for a penny. Can you imagine getting 100 rounds for a penny? I mean, legally, at eBay standards, they have to honor that bid. But I couldn't do that. It'd be nice, but I probably would have given them at least 30 or $40 for 100 rounds, or more. I don't know. It depends. I did get one in the mail today, just as a gift from somebody who knew I was. Somebody on Facebook sent me this one today. The Walking Liberty. It's a nice. It's a nice copper round. He didn't really. It's not scratched on him, but he didn't really ship it real good. It was in a 2x2, but I don't understand the logic in what he did, and he hasn't responded back to me. He shipped it in a 2x2, but there was no plastic in the 2x2. It was just a piece of cardboard, and it was stuck in the card. But that's kind of cool. 72. This box started out good. I better look at that again. You see? I don't know. Hopefully the camera will see this. There's a spot on his head. I don't want it. It's a 2009. The back of it looks beautiful, but the spot on his head it's not good. Anyhow, guys, this is I just wanted to do this and show you. I mean, a lot of you watch me do this anyhow when I'm live, and I really don't miss anything. Not of the years that are known for variety and error. And to paw through coins like a dog looking for a bone that he buried, you're going to be missing a lot of stuff, guys. You really are. You know, get a magnifier, get something that will help you. I don't care if your eyes are young or old or whatever. If they're old, you're going to need something. And all those who are hearing me on that probably are shaking their heads. Yeah, darn right. But it helps. You know, you can see a lot more there. As I said, going like this, you know, if the date's already up and I know it's not a date with a variety and error, I'm not going to flip it over, and I could be missing any number of errors. But if you did that, if I did that all the time, or anybody did, you wouldn't get through a box of pennies in a month. You really wouldn't. And I think I get quite a bit. I tried to sum up where I've been since April, what I've taken out. Wheat pennies, not that many, but you know what? Wheat pennies aren't anything that's valuable. I'm sorry, unless they're in very fine or better shape, and you have them by the roll. Um, they're not a great find. They're not a great investment. If they're uncirculated, in really good shape, semi-key dates, yeah, of course, semi-key and key dates of any grade is a good coin to have. But I specifically look for any. I'll look at that 2009 for the double thumb. Um, but other than that, you know, it's just a matter of what your preference is, what you like, and what you look for. So I'm going to get out of here. This has been going for a while, and I'm jinxing myself. I'm not getting any of the great wheats. I like the King Georges better than I do the wheats. I take them over the wheats any day. Common wheats, that is, anyhow. But with that, I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Remember, don't forget our proof package raffle that's coming up next Monday. I'll be pulling for that. And the way we're going to do it is just for tickets. If you got 25 entries in, you're going to have 25 tickets into the ball, and that's how we're going to do it. And with that, I'll say see you later. Subscribe, comment, share, like, whatever you want to do, and I will see ya.